Park tonight. What a delight and a privilege it is to have you all here for our show. I understand that we have 72 members of our senior adult program here. How about a round of applause for our senior adult program? For those of you who are not members of our senior adult program, Mark was not referring to them when he was talking about the bats. Our seniors are a wonderful integral part of our program. We love them, and they're such a great contribution to all that we do here in the precinct. I do ask that when you leave today, if you work in one of our Precinct 4 buses, that you be careful. Last night, when I left the park, I passed by 3 deer. We are literally in the forest. As our set decorator was putting together our sets, we saw turtles that were coming up. We saw bunny rabbits, so be careful when you drive. If you see one of our geese, don't be careful. I'm joking, but they are criminals and they can take care of themselves. But to that end, we sure do delight in having this program presented to you. I'd like for you to give a round of applause for our parks guys who are in the back. And a program like this would not be possible without our sponsors. And if you'll see up here on our two banners, we have listed our sponsors that have allowed us to have this program today. I know that we have a representative from Jones and Carter. Come on down. Rob, I saw you earlier there. We have a representative from HMTB. Ms. Willard, come on down. And then do we have somebody here from CDM Smith tonight? Did they make it? And Springwoods Village, they were here last night. Springwood Village is. We appreciate them. And is there someone from Klotz and Associates? I don't see anybody from their group. And Tetsi, I think, is coming next week, unless they're here tonight. Is Tetsi here?
No.
All right, very good. So what I'd like to do is to have our sponsors who are here take a minute with the spear and introduce themselves to you and just say a word or two, because after all, without them, we could not have the show.
Thank you. Good evening, I'm Rob Maxwell. On behalf of my partners at Jones and Carter and all of our employees, we're thrilled to death to have you here tonight in the award-winning Burroughs Park Pavilion. Thank you so much.
Representing my husband, Darren Miller, who is part of HMTV, and they're just thrilled and honored to be a part and a sponsor of these wonderful shows that are put on each year. Looking forward to next year's show already.
I need to see you. Another round of applause for our And now, on with the show. Salutations and greetings to you all. Welcome to Shakespeare in the Shade's third production, As You Like It. I am your humble spear carrier number 2, who some of you may recall from our first production, A Midsummer Night's Dream, where I performed the role of the chorus, or our second production, A Comedy of Errors, where I dazzled the audiences as the chorus. Tonight, we bring you one of William Shakespeare's most delightful comedies, As You Like It. Most of the play occurs in the Forest of Arden, and it was originally performed in a lord's house in England in 1599. But we have an advantage. Nature, and not the set painter, has provided us with our forest. Isn't this a beautiful forest right here in Precinct 4 Burroughs Park? The Forest of Arden. A magical forest where love is in the air, banished nobles interact with shepherds and shepherdesses. And because it's Shakespeare, everybody is confused. We have in our play Rosalind, who is banished and wears boys' clothes to disguise herself, to protect herself. We have her best friend and cousin, Celia, who, although she is the daughter of the evil Duke Frederick, is banished and leaves the court to join her friend in exile. We have two brothers, one Orlando, and one bad one, Oliver.
I think he's kind of cute.
One of them gets banished. Can you guess which one? You guessed it. So to recap, we have Rosalind, Celia, and Orlando. All good and all banished. And we have the bad guy, Oliver, and the evil Duke Frederick. He's the one that does the banishing. We also have shepherds, shepherdesses, clowns, a wise and faithful servant, musicians, and fancy court people. The melancholy Jacques, who gives one of William Shakespeare's most famous speeches.
All the world's a stage!
Later gives one of William Shakespeare's most famous speeches. And the wrestler who knew that the WWE got its start with William Shakespeare. But remember, it all began with two brothers. The wicked Duke Frederick and the banished father of Rosalind, the good Duke Senior. The good Duke Senior. Where's the good Duke?
Really?
This is not. We didn't even know.
We don't have one.
We don't?
No, we need the right type.
Yes, a leader who can encourage people to come out to Burroughs Park.
Yeah, someone with a strong voice.
And a kind spirit.
Wait. All we really need is someone to do this costume.
Daddy.
All right, I accept for the love of the bard. Well, let's see. At the beginning of our play, the good Duke Senior is banished.
Shakespeare begins our play simply at the house of Oliver, with his brother Orlando doing all of the work, with the help of his trusty servant, Ada.
As I remember, Ada, it was upon this fashion bequeathed me by will, but for 1,000 crowns. And as thou sayest, charge my brother on his blessing to breed me well. And there begins my sadness. His horses are bred better. He lets me feed with his hinds, bars me the place of a brother. This is it, Ada, that grieves me. I will no longer endure it, though yet I know no wise remedy how to avoid it.
Yonder comes my master, your brother.
Now, sir, what made you here?
Nothing, sir. I am not taught to make anything.
Marry, sir, be better employed, and be not the while.
Shall I keep your hogs and eat husks with them?
Know you where you are, sir?
Oh, sir, very well. Here, in your orchard.
Know you before whom, sir?
I know you are my eldest brother. And in the gentle condition of blood, you should so know me. I have as much of my father in me as you.
But boy!
Come, elder brother, you are too young in this.
No! No! Will not lay hands on me! Villain!
I am no villain. I am the youngest son of Sir Roland de Bois. He was my father. It's thrice a villain that says such a father begot villains. Wert thou not my brother, I would not take this hand from thy throat till this other had pulled out thy tongue for saying so.
You weak bastards, be patient! For your father's remembrance, he had a cause.
No! Let me go! I say! I will not till I please. You shall hear me. My father charged you in his will to give me good education, and you have trained me like a peasant. The spirit of my father grows strong in me, and I will no longer endure it. Therefore, allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman. Forgive me the poor lottery my father left me by testament. With that I will go buy my fortunes.
What wilt thou do? Beg when that is spent? Well, sir, get you in. I'll no longer be troubled with you. You shall have some part of your will. I pray you leave me.
It will further offend you than becomes me for my good.
Get you in, you old dog.
Is old dog my reward? Most true, I have lost my teeth in your service.
Is it even so? Begin you to grow upon me? I will give no 1,000 crowns.
Good morning to you, Lord.
Good Monsieur Charles. What's the new news of the new court?
There's no news at the court, sir, but the old news. That is, the old Duke is banished by his younger brother, the new Duke. And 3 or 4 loving lords have put themselves into voluntary exile with him, whose lands and revenues enrich the new Duke. Therefore, he gives them good leave to wander.
Where will Rosalind, the Duke's daughter, live? Is she banished with her father?
Oh no, for the Duke's daughter, her cousin, so loves her, being ever from their cradles bred together, that she would have followed her into exile, or have died to stay behind her. Because she is at the court, no less beloved of her uncle than his own daughter, and never 2 ladies loved as they do.
Where will the old Duke live?
They say that he is already in the forest of Arden, and that many married men with him. And there they live, like the old Robin Hood of England.
What, Charles? You wrestle tomorrow before the new Duke.
Marry, do I, sir? And I came to acquaint you with a matter. I am given, sir, secretly to understand that your younger brother Orlando hath the disposition to come in disguise against me to try a fall. Tomorrow, sir, I wrestle for my credit. Your brother is but young, tender, and for your love, I would be loath to foil him, as I must, for mine own honor, if he come in.
Charles, I had myself notice of my brother's purpose herein. I'll tell thee, Charles, it is the stubbornest young fellow of France. He's full of ambition, a secret and villainous contriver against me, his natural brother. Therefore, use thy discretion. I have as lief thou didst break his neck as his finger. For I assure thee, and almost with tears I speak it, there is not one so young and so villainous this day living.
I am heartily glad I commend it to you. If he come tomorrow, I'll give him his payment. So God keep your worship.
Farewell, good Charles. Now will I stir this gamester. I hope I shall see an end of him. And yet he's gentle. And indeed so much in the heart of the world, and especially of my own people who best know him, that I am altogether misprized. But it shall not be so long. This wrestler shall clear all.
Unless you can teach me to forget a banished father, you must not lure me how to remember any extraordinary pleasure.
Herein I see thou lovest me not with the full weight that I love thee. If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished thy uncle, the Duke, my father, so thou hadst been still with me, I could have taught my love to take thy father for mine. So wouldst thou, if thy love to me were so righteously tempered as mine is to thee.
Well, I will forget the condition of my estate to rejoice in yours.
You know my father hath no child but I, nor none is like to have. And truly, when he dies, thou shalt be his heir. For what he hath taken away from thy father perforce, I shall give thee again in affection. Mary.
From henceforth, I will cause and devise sports. Let me see. What think you of falling in love?
Ooh, Mary, I prithee do, to make sport withal. But love no man in good earnest.
Oh.
Nor no further in sport neither, than with safety of a pure blush, thou mayst in honesty come off again.
What shall be our sport then?
Let us sit and mock the good housewife Fortune from her wheel, that her gifts may henceforth be bestowed equally.
I would we could do so, for her benefits are mightily misplaced.
'Tis true. For those that she makes fair, she scarce makes honest. And those that she makes honest, she makes very ill-favored.
Nay, now thou goest from Fortune's office to Nature's. Fortune reigns in gifts of the world, not in the lineaments of
No. Though nature hath given us wish to flout at Fortune, hath not Fortune sent in this fool to cut off the argument? The fool is the whetstone of the wit. How now, wit? Whither wander you?
Mistress, you must come away to your father.
Were you made the messenger?
No, by my honor, but I was bid to come for you.
Where learned you that oath, fool?
Of a certain knight that swore by his honor the pancakes were good, and swore by his honor the mustard was not. Now I'll stand to it, the pancakes were not, and the mustard was good. It was not that I forsworn.
How prove you that in the great heap of your knowledge?
I marry, now unmuzzle your wisdom.
Stand you both forth. Stroke your chins, and swear by your beards that I am an knave.
By our beards, if we had them.
Thou art!
By my neighbor, if I had it, then I were. But if you swear by that is not, you are not forsworn. No more so is that knight, swearing by his honor, for he never had any.
I prithee, who is that thou meanest?
One that, old Frederick, your father loved.
My father's love is enough to honor him. Enough! Speak no more of him. You'll be whipped for taxation one of these days.
More pity that fools may not speak wisely when wise men do foolish.
Thou speakest true, for here comes Monsieur Le Beau,
With his mouth full of news.
which he will put on us as pigeons feed their young. Bonjour, Monsieur Le Beau. What's the news?
Fair princess, you've lost much good sport.
Sport? Of what color?
What color, madame? How shall I answer you? As wit and fortune will.
Or as the destinies decree.
Well said. That was laid on the trowel.
You amaze me, ladies. I would have told you of much good wrestling which you have lost sight of. Yet tell us the manner of the wrestling. There comes an old man and his 3 sons, 3 proper young men of excellent growth and presence, the eldest of which wrestled with Charles, the Duke's wrestler, in which Charles in a moment threw him and broke 3 of his ribs. That there is little hope in life left of him. And so he served the second, and so the third. Yonder they lie. Alas.
Us men may grow wiser every day. This is the first time that ever I heard breaking of ribs was sport for ladies.
Or I promised thee.
Shall we see this wrestling, cousin? You must, if you stay here. For here's a place appointed for the wrestling, and they're ready to perform it.
Come on. Since the youth will not be entreated, his own peril on his forwardness.
He is young as a man, or even he, madame.
Alas, he is too young. Yet he goes successfully.
How now, daughter and cousin? Are you cramped hither to see the wrestler?
Aye, my liege, so please you give us leave.
You will take little delight in it, I can tell you. There is such odds in the matter. In pity of the challenger's youth, I would fain dissuade him, but he will not be entreated. Well, speak to him, ladies. See if you can move him.
Call them forward to Monsieur Le Beau.
Do so. I'll not be bothered.
Monsieur Challenger, the princess has called for you.
I attend him with all respect and duty.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
Young gentlemen, we pray you for your own sake to embrace embrace your safety and give over this attempt.
Too young, sir.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts. Let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial, wherein if I be killed but one dead who was willing to be so, I shall do my friends no wrong, for I have none to lament me. The world no injury, for in it I have nothing. Only in the world I fill up a place, which may be better supplied when I have made it empty.
The little strength that I have, I would it were with you.
And mine to eke out hers.
Come! Where is this young gallant who has served his eyes to lie with his mother earth?
Ready, sir, but his will hath in it a more modest working.
You shall try but one fall.
No, I warrant your grace. You should not entreat him to a second.
If you mean to mock me after, you should not have mocked me before. But come your ways.
Now, Hercules be thy speed, young man.
Oh, I would I were invisible to catch the strong fellow by the leg!
I am not yet well breathed. How dost thou, Charles?
He cannot speak, my lord.
Bear him away. What is thy name, young man?
Orlando, my liege, the youngest son of Sir Roland de Bois.
I wouldst thou had been son to some man else. The world esteemed thy father honorable, yet I did find him still mine enemy. But fare thee well, thou art a gallant youth. I would thou hadst told me of another father.
Were I my father, cause would I do this?
I am more proud to be Sir Roland's son, his youngest son, and would not change that calling to be adopted heir of Frederick.
My father loved Sir Roland as his soul, and all the world was of my father's mind. Had I foreknown this young man, his son, I should have given him tears unto entreaties, ere he should thus have ventured.
Gentle cousin, let us go thank him and encourage him.
Gentlemen, wear this for me. One outsuits a fortune that could give more, but that her hand lacks means. Sir, you have wrestled well, and overthrown more than your enemies.
Will you go, cuz? Have with you.
Are you well?
What passion hangs these weights upon my tongue? I cannot speak to her, yet she urged conference. Oh, poor Orlando, thou art overthrown. Charles or something weaker masters thee.
Good sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place now that the Duke's condition is construed so that you have done.
I thank you, sir, and pray you tell me this. Which of the two was daughter to the Duke that here was at the wrestling?
Neither his daughter, if we judge by manners. But yes, indeed, the shorter is his daughter. The other is daughter to the banished Duke, and here detained by her usurping uncle to keep his daughter company, whose loves are dearer than the natural bonds of sisters. But I can tell you that as of late, this Duke hath taken displeasure against his gentle niece, grounded upon no other argument than that the people praise her for her virtues and pity her for her good father's sake. And on my life, his malice against the lady will suddenly break forth. So fare you well. Hereafter, in a better world than this, I shall desire more love and knowledge of you.
I rest much bound to you. Very well. Thus must I from the smoke unto the smother, from tyrant Duke unto a tyrant brother. Oh, heavenly Rosalind.
Day world.
Oh, come, wrestle with thy affections.
Oh, to take a part of a better wrestler than myself.
Oh, is it possible on such a sudden thou should fall into so strong a liking with old Sir Roland's youngest son? The Duke, my father, loves his father dearly. Doth it therefore ensue that thou should love his son dearly? By that kind of chase I should hate him, for my father hated his father dearly. And yet I hate not Orlando.
No, faith, hate not, for my sake.
Mistress! Dispatch you with your safest haste and get you from our court.
Me, uncle?
You, cousin. Within these 10 days that thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace. Never so much as in a thought unborn did I offend your highness.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
Treason is not inherited, my lord.
A good sovereign, hear me speak.
I see enough. We stayed her for your sake, else had she with her father ranged along.
But now I know her. If she be a traitor, why so am I. We still have slept together, rose at an instant, learned to play and eat together.
Thou art a fool. She robs thee of thy name, and thou wilt show more bright and seem more virtuous when she is gone. Then open not thy lips! Firm and irrevocable is my doom which I have placed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence and on me, my liege. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You, niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time, upon mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
Oh, my poor Rosalind. Whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers? I will give thee mine. I charge thee, be thou not more grieved than I am.
I have more cause.
Thou hast not cause. I prithee, be cheerful. Knowest thou not the Duke hath banished me, his daughter? That he hath not. Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl? No, let my father seek another heir. Therefore, devise me whither to fly, where to go, and what to bring with us. Say what thou canst, I will go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the forest of Arden.
Alas, what danger will it be to us, maids as we are, to travel forth so far? On beauty provoketh thieves sooner than gold.
I will put myself in poor and mean attire, and with a kind of umber smirched like face, the like do you, so shall we pass along and never stir assailants.
Were it not better? Because that I am more than common tall, that I did suit me all points like a man.
Oh, my gentle master.
What's the matter?
Your brother hath heard your praises, and this night he means to burn the lodging where you used to lie, and he will give it. If he fail of that, he will have other means to cut you off. I overheard him and his practices. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it, fear it, do not enter it.
Why, whither, Ada, wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so you come not here.
Wouldst thou have me go and beg my food?
But do not so. I have 500 crowns. The 30 hire I saved under your father, and all this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I look old, yet I am strong and lusty.
Oh, good woman, how well in thee appears the constant service of the antique world. But come thy ways, we'll go along together.
Master, lead on, and I will follow thee to the last gasp with truth and loyalty.
What shall I call thee when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse a name than Job's own page, and therefore, look you call me Ganymede.
What will you be called? Something that hath a reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
Can it be possible that no man saw them? It cannot be. Some villains of my quarter have consent and sufferance in this.
My lord, the roguish clown, at whom so oft your grace was wont to laugh, is also missing. Hesperia, the princess's gentlewoman, confesses she secretly overheard your daughter and her cousin much commend the parts and graces of the wrestler that did but lately foil the sinewy Charles. And she believes, wherever they are gone, that youth is surely in their company.
Find out thy brother wheresoe'er he is. Seek him with candor. Bring him dead or living within this 12-month, or turn thou no longer to seek a living in our territory.
Oh, that your highness knew my heart for this. I never loved my brother in my life.
Poor villain thou. Well, push him out of doors, and let my officers of such a nature make an extant upon his house and lands. Do this expediently and turn him going.
Husband, what if we essayed to steal the clownish fool out of your father's quarters? Would not be a comfort to our travel.
He will follow me o'er the wide world. Leave me alone to move him. Let's away and gather our jewels and wealth together. Devise the fittest time and safest way to hide us from pursuit that will be made after my flight. Now, go we in content to liberty and not to banishment.
Chilly winds may blow, chilly winds they come and they go. Chilly winds may blow, and I don't know. Chilly winds may blow. Chilly winds they come and they go. Chilly winds may blow, and I don't know.
Now, my co-mates and brothers in exile, hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of the painted pomp? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? Here feel me but the penalty of Adam. The season's difference as the icy fang and the churlish chiding of the winter's wind, which when it bites and blows upon my body, even till I shriek with cold, I smile and say, this is no flattery. These are counselors that feelingly persuade me what I am. Sweet are the uses of adversity, and this our life exempt from the public haunt. Finds tones in the trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in the stones, and good in everything.
I would not change it.
Happy is your grace. The can translate the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we go and kill some innocent?
Indeed, the melancholy Jacques screams at that. And in that kind, towards you, do more usurp the doctor brother that hath banished you.
Today my lord of Amiens and myself did steal behind him as he lay along under an oak, whose antique roots peeped out upon the brook that brawls along the wood. To the which place a poor sequestered stag that from the hunter's aim had taken a hurt did come to languish.
Who would say, Jacques? Did he not moralize in this spectacle? Yea, and of this our life, swearing that we are mere usurpers, tyrants, and what's worse, to fright the animals and to kill them up in their assigned and native dwelling places.
And did you leave him in this contemplation?
We did, my lord, weeping and commenting upon the sobbing deer.
Show me the place. I love to cope him in these sullen fits, for then he's full of matter.
I'll bring you to him straight.
Spirits, my legs were not weary.
I could find in my heart to disgrace my man's apparel and to cry like a woman. But I must comfort the weaker vessel. Therefore, courage, good alien!
I pray you bear with me. I cannot go no further.
For my part, I had rather bear with you than bear you. Aye, now am I alerted. The more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place, but travelers must be content.
Aye, be so, good Touchstone. Look you who comes here, a young man and an old and solemn talk.
Oh, Phoebe! 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 That is the way to make her scorn you still. Oh, Corin, that thou knewest how I do love her. I partly guess, for I have loved her now.
Oh, no, Corin. Being old, thou canst not guess. How many actions, most ridiculous, hast thou been drawn to by thy fantasy?
Into 1,000 that I have forgotten.
Oh, thou didst then ne'er love so heartily. If thou rememberst not the slightest folly that ever love did make thee run into, thou hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe! Phoebe! Phoebe!
Alas, poor shepherd! Searching of thy wound, I have by hard adventure found mine own.
I pray you, one of you question yond man if for gold he will give us any food. I faint almost to death!
Holla, you clown!
Peace, fool, he's not thy kinsman.
Who calls?
You're better, sir.
Else are they very wretched?
I say. Good even to you, friend.
And to you, dear sir, and to you all.
I prithee, shepherd, if that love or gold can in this desert place buy entertainment, bring us where we may rest ourselves and feed. Here's a young maid, who travel much to rest, and faints almost for supper.
Fair sir, I pity her, and wish for her sake more than for mine own my fortunes were more able to relieve her. But I am shepherd to another man, and do not share the fleeces that I graze. My master is of churlish disposition. Besides, his cot, his flocks, and bounds of feed are at our sheepcote now, and they're now for sale. By reason of his absence, there is nothing that you will feed on, but what is, come see, and in my voice, most welcome shall you be.
I prithee, stand with honesty. Why, thou the cottage pastor and the flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it with us.
And we will mend thy wages. I like this place, and willingly could waste my time in it.
Surely the thing is to be sold. Go with me, if you like, upon report and soil the profit in this kind of life.
I will your very faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold right suddenly.
I like this place.
More, I prithee, more.
It will make you melancholy, Monsieur Decrease.
I thank it. The more, I prithee, more. I can suck melancholy out of the song as a weasel sucks eggs. Now more, I prithee.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me. I do desire you to sing. Now come, more, another stanzo. Call you them stanzas?
What you will, Monsieur Decrease?
Nay, I care not for their names. They owe me nothing. Now come, sing.
I'll end the song. The Duke hath been all this day to look you.
And I have been all this day to avoid him. He is too disputable for my company. Come, warble, come. I'll go to sleep if I can. If I cannot, I'll rail against all the firstborn of Egypt.
And I'll go sing the Duke. His banquet is prepared.
Oh, my gentle master, I can go no further. I died for food. Here lie I down and measure out my grave. Farewell, kind master.
Why, how now, Ada? No greater heart in thee? Live a little, comfort a little, cheer thyself a little. If this uncouth forest yield anything savage, I will either be food for it, or bring it for food to thee. I will here be with thee presently. Yet thou liest in the bleak air. Come, I will bear thee to some shelter, and thou shalt not die for lack of a dinner. Cheerly, good Ada, cheerly.
I met a fool in the forest. A motley fool. Oh, miserable world. As I do live by food, I met a fool who railed on Lady Fortune in good terms. Now, tomorrow, fool, quoth I. No, sir, quoth he. Call me not fool till heaven has sent me fortune. And then he drew a dial from his coat, and looking on it with a lackluster eye, says very wisely, "It is 10 o'clock. Thus we may see," quoth he, "how the world wags. It's but an hour ago since it was 9, and 1 hour more it will be 11. And so from hour to hour we write and write, and then from hour to hour we rise and rise, and there it hangs a tale." Ah, noble fool! Oh, worthy beloved, I were a fool. I am ambitious for a motley coat.
Thou shalt have one.
It is my only suit! Invest me in my motley, and I will prove and cleanse the foul body of the infected world, if they will patiently receive my medicine.
Forbear, and eat no more!
Why, I have eaten not yet.
He dies that touches any of this fruit till I and my affairs are answered.
You will not be answered with reason. I must die.
Almost die for food. Let me have it.
Then sit down and feed, and be welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently. Pardon me, I pray thee. I thought that all things had been savage here, and therefore put I on the countenance of stern commandment. But whatever you are, let gentleness my strong enforcement be. In which case I blush and hide my sword.
True is it that we've seen better days.
And therefore sit you down in all gentleness, and take upon command what help we have.
There is an old poor woman, whom after me hath many a weary step lived in pure love, till she be first sufficed, oppressed with 2 weak evils, age and hunger. I will not touch a bit.
Go find her out, and we will nothing waste until you return.
I thank ye, and be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest we are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theater presents many more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we land.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. Now, first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. And then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. Then the lover, sired like a furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Ah, then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the park, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannons now. And then the justice, in fair round belly, with good capon line, with the eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his parts. The 6th stage shifts to the lean and slippered pantaloon with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well saved, the world too wide for his strong shape. As big manly voice, turning again towards childish treble pipes and good sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history. The second childishness, the mere oblivion, sends teeth, sends eyes, sends taste, sends everything.
Welcome all to and I will not trouble you as yet to question you about your fortunes. Some music, and good cousins, sing. If thou were the good Sir Rowland's son, be thou truly welcome hither. I'm the Duke that loved your father.
Spring is here. Birds are calling. Skunks are crawling, wagging their tails for love. Spring is here. Whales are churning. Worms are squirming, wagging their tails for love. What is this thing of which I sing that makes us all bewitched? What is this thing that comes in spring that gives us all the itch? Oh, it's love. It's love. It's love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love.
Hang there. There, my verse, in witness of my love. Oh, Rosalind! These trees shall be my books, and in their books my thoughts of character. That every eye which in this forest looks shall see thy virtue witnessed everywhere. Run, run, Orlando, carve on every tree the fair, the chaste, the unexpressive she.
And how like you this shepherd's life, Master Touchstone? Truly, shepherd, in respect of itself, it is a good life. In respect that it is a shepherd's life, it is tedious. Has any philosophy in thee, shepherd? No more, but then I know the more one sickens, the worse at ease he is. And that he that wants money, means, and content is without three good friends. The proper rain is to wet, fire to burn. Good pasture makes fat sheep. And that great cause of the night is the lack of the sun. Such a one is a natural philosopher. Was thou ever in court, shepherd? No, truly. Why, thou art damned. For not being in court? Your reason. Why, if thou wast never in court, thou never sawest good manners. If thou never sawest good manners, then thy manners must be wicked. And wickedness is a sin, and sin is damnation. You have too courtly a wit for me. I'll rest. Wilt thou rest damned? God help thee, shallow man.
Sir, I am a true laborer. I earn that I eat, I get that I wear. I owe no man hate, I envy no man's happiness. I'm glad of other men's good. And the greatest of my pride is to see my ewes graze and my lambs suck.
That is another simple sin, you. To bring the ewes and the rams together, to offer to get your living by copulation of cattle.
From the east to western inn, no jewel is like Rosalind. The work being mounted on the wind through all the world bears Rosalind. No fair be kept in mind, fair Rosalind.
All right, you so 8 years together, dinners and suppers and sleeping hours accepted.
Out fool.
For a taste. The heart, do like a hind, let them seek out Rosaline. Sweetest nut hath sourest rind, such a nut is Rosaline. He that sweetest rose will find, must find love's trick and Rosaline. This is a very false gallop of verses. Why do you infect yourself with them?
Peace, you dull boy. Found them hanging on a tree.
Surely the tree yields bad fruit.
Peace, stand aside. Here comes my sister reading.
Helen's cheek, but not her heart. Cleopatra's majesty, Atalanta's better part, sad Lucretia's modesty. Thus, Rosalind of many parts, by heavenly synod was devised. Of many faces, eyes, and hearts, to have the touches, dearest prize. Having would that she these gifts should have, and I to live and to die her slave.
Come, shepherd, let us make an honorable retreat. No, not with bag and baggage, yet with scrip and scrippage.
Trow you who have done this,
Is it a man?
and the chain that you once wore about his neck, change you color?
I prithee, who?
Is it possible?
Nay, I prithee now, with most petitionary vehemence, tell me who it is.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, most wonderful, and yet again, wonderful, and after that, out of all hoping!
Is he of God's making? What manner of man?
It is Orlando, who tripped up the wrestler's heel and your heart broke in an instant. Orlando.
What did he when thou sawest him? What said he? How looked he? Wherein went he? What makes him here? Did he ask for me? Where remains he? How parted he with thee? And when shalt thou see him again? Answer me in one word!
You must borrow me Gargantua's mouth! 'Tis a word too great for any mouth of this age's size.
Doth he know that I am in this forest? And in man's apparel.
Good madam, give me audience.
Do not know. I am a woman. When I think, I must speak. Stay on. 'Tis he. Slink by, note him.
I thank you for your company, but good thing I had as soon have been myself alone.
And so had I.
But God be with you, let's meet as little as we can.
I do desire. We may be better strangers.
I pray you mar no more trees with writing love songs in their barks.
I pray thee, mar no more of my verses by reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name?
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
You have a nimble wit. The worst fault you have is to be in love.
'Tis a fault I would not trade for your best virtue.
I'll tarry with you no longer. Farewell, good Signor Love.
I am glad of your departure. Adieu, good Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey. You hear, Forster?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, a clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There is no clock in the forest.
Then there is no true lover in the forest. Sighing every minute and groaning every hour would detect the lazy foot of time as well as the clock.
And why not the swift foot of time? Had not that been as proper?
By no means, sir. Time travels in diverse paces with diverse persons. I'll tell you who time ambles withal, who time trots withal, and who he gallops withal.
I pray thee, who doth he trot withal?
Jerry. He trots hard from a young maid, between the contract of her marriage and the day is solemnized.
Who ambles time withal?
With a priest, who lacks Latin, and a rich man who hath not the gout. The one sleeps easily because he cannot study, and the other lives merrily because he feels no pain. These time ambles withal.
And who doth he gallop withal?
With a thief. To the gallows. For though he go as softly as foot can fall, he thinks himself too soon there. Dum, 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 dum.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With the shepherdess, my sister.
Are you native of this place? Your accent is something finer than could be purchased and so removed the dwelling.
I have been told so of many. But indeed, an old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who was in his youth an England man, one that knew courtship too well, for there he fell in love. I've heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God I am not a woman to be touched with so many giddy offenses. He hath generally taxed their whole sex withal. There is a man, the haunts the forest, that abuses our young plants with carving a Rosalind in their barks. If I could meet that fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am he that is so love-shaped. I pray you, tell me your remedy.
You are no such man.
Fair youth, I could make thee believe I love.
Me believe it. You may as soon make her the love believe it. Which I warrant she is apter to do than to confess she does. That's one of the points in which women still give a lie to their consciences. But, in good sooth, are you he who hangs the verses on the trees wherein Rosalind is so admired?
I swear to thee, youth, by the white hand of Rosalind, I am that he, that unfortunate he.
But are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely a madness. And yet, I profess curing it by counsel.
Does ever cure any so?
Yes! One, and in this manner. He was to imagine me his love, his mistress, and I set him every day to woo me. At which time would I, greedy, be effeminate, changeable, longing and liking, proud, fantastical, apish, shallow, inconstant, full of tears, full of smiles, for every passion something, for no passion truly anything. Would now like him, now loathe him, then weep for him, then spit for at him, that I drove my finger from a mad humor of love to a living humor of madness. Thus I cured him. In this way will I take upon me to wash your heart, that there shall not be one spot of love in it.
Would not be cured, youth.
I will cure you. If you would but call me Rosalind, and come every day to my cot and woo me.
Now, by the faith of my love, I will. Tell me where it is.
Go with me to it and I'll show it you, and by the way, you will tell me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Oh! Oh, come, sister. Will you go?
We have a 15-minute intermission, and I would remind you that in your programs was just a very brief 3-question survey that will be very helpful to us. If you have already, we'll have people in the back who can pick those up. If you haven't, then we'll take a moment to fill those out. We appreciate it. Second half